Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Spiral Abyss video, and today we are going to be trying out the new 4.5 Spiral Abyss, going in basically blind. I've heard that apparently this is the hardest Abyss probably so far in version 4, so I figured I might as well try it out, and I had the great idea of going in blind. Now what I do know is that there is a new boss in the final chamber of the second half. I know he has a Geo Shield and that you can plunge attack, I think, kind of like the other mechanical boss they introduced in Fontaine, which I'm sure basically no one remembers. I don't even know what characters use their mats other than like Ryzie. But yeah, so without further ado, let's walk on over and look at our teams. So, as you can tell, I haven't attempted floor 12 yet, and if we... Oh, that's the wrong tab. There we go. Now, if we take a look at our enemies... Okay, we have quite a few on the first half. Second half's more AoE centered. We do have the knights again, so they're kind of annoying because it affects us being able to shield ourselves. And then we have Capellia and the new boss on the third chamber. Okay, that's interesting. So the first chamber seems to be a bit more AoE centered until the final chamber. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm probably going to use a Novelet hypercarry team for the first half, considering the fact that it's sort of a mix between AoE and a single target. And on the second half, I'm going to be using a Hu Tao team, considering the fact that this is a very strong single target team, and all of second half is single target. Now, when it comes to our blessings, okay, we get an attack bonus when neither of our DPS use attack, which isn't that just a great start? This is only a buff for like Xingqiu. Okay, so this is a decent layout right now for us, because we can hit all of these enemies in one go with Novelet's laser beam and disable. Oh, okay. Abyss Mage gets knocked back, but we're going to be able to clear these guys pretty easily. Just clear all of them in this last pump. There you go. And then we have these guys. Now, if I'm being honest, they're incredibly annoying, how considering we have shielding and healing. Shielding and healing. Then they should be pretty easy. I think I have to focus the Animo guy, and the sword guy should group up. Also, these guys would be so much easier to fight if they didn't have so much poise on them. Like, they just get knocked back so easily. They have no resistances to it whatsoever. It's so annoying. Like, numerous times I fought these guys, and they just start flying. So, yeah, they're quite annoying to fight. We're gonna kill one of them sooner than the other, although I literally cannot tell which one is which. Also, what I didn't realize is that their names change every time, because I'm pretty sure they had different names the last time I fought them, and looking back, it changed all the time. Now, we don't have our energy for the second chamber, but we should be fine. Now, when it comes to our second half, this is... What is it again? Oh, J Plume Terrastream. Okay, cool. Yeah, this boss is incredibly easy. I mean, we have Pyro, which actually isn't ideal for it. You really want Electro here normally. However, this boss is just so incredibly easy that, you know... Might as well. Now, since we're not going to get Hu Tao to blow half HP with just one skill press, I'm going to be using Diona's ult so that we get the EM bonus from her C6, since my Hu Tao's only on 187 EM, because I don't have any EM substats on her, only a main piece. So, yeah. Now, we do hit like half HP in that first rotation, which, you know, decent enough. And he should die here, I think. Obviously, jump cancelling because my Hu Tao is C0. Now, in an ideal world, with a C0 Hu Tao, you compare her with, like, I don't know, like a Shen Yun for more plunge damage, but, unfortunately, I do not have that luxury, so, yeah. Anyway, Jade Plume goes down. We have quite a fair bit of time to spare, so, you know, Chamber 1, pretty easy, although I do see how the first half could be difficult for some. I feel like I might struggle on this on my other account, where two of my main DPS are Cryo, and another one is Animo, so, just, we'll see what I do there. I honestly might do another team and focus more on the second half for clearing the bosses, but anyway, if we carry on, we have a lot of Spectres here, which, if there's one thing Novelet's great at, it's clearing these kind of enemies. So if I just get my skill and bump up my DPI, we can just do a little circle of death and kill all of them. Now, obviously, you don't need to do the mouse thing, you know. I just like turning up my DPI to 20,000 and spinning it around because it's fun, but... You know, not required to do that whatsoever. Now, okay, the way these guys spawn is really interesting. Now, we do have these four guys, and obviously if I do put a shield up, they're going to do a bit more damage to us. So we're actually going to have to dodge with our Novelet here. Shocking, I know. And just got to try not to get hit. I mean, we're doing decent damage here. I just really don't want to get knocked back. I mean, they have a lot of AoE attacks, like that one there. Wait, Wait, does not hit Novlet when he's doing his little levitating thing. If that's true, then Novlet might actually be the best character for this chamber. I mean, he's the best DPS in the game anyway, so like, that's not a surprise, but I think he might just about hover over their attacks, which is actually quite useful. Now, looking at this Abyss, and having just pulled Zhao, I actually think Zhao would have been really useful here if it wasn't for the last half having Anmo resistance. At least I think it does. I'll double check that. We'll find out when I try do other videos on my account. But yeah, here we have the what's this? Perpetual Mechanical, right? Dude, his name is literally on the screen. I assume we're gonna be able to kill him on the first cycle, although I'm not too certain. Just alt there for casual 160k damage. We do get him down to half HP, and I can just go again, unfortunately. Obviously, just get die on the shield, because, see, normally you would use Zhongli on this team because you get a bit of Pyro Res Red from his shield, and then obviously the beefy shield, which is nice if you're Hu Tao's fragile from using her skill so much. But it is just nice. I mean, Dion's shield's decent, and the EM from her ult can be nice in some situations. And we don't get Yelan's skill off for the energy on that guy, which is incredibly annoying, but I guess if the game wants to screw us over, the game's going to screw us over. Luckily, our Diona's Fab does proc, so that should compensate, if anything. I can't lie, there's so many enemies on screen that I am kind of losing sight, and yeah, but realistically, who cares? I can get my energy back, because we still have like 30 seconds to spare. So yeah, now if I just do a bit of damage, I should be able to finish him off here with a Yelan skill. I think it should do enough damage. Okay, just about. There we go. With the Blood Blossom from Hu Tao and Hu Tao's Yelan's charge attack, we did decent damage. So yeah, there you go. And we're on to Chamber 3. Now, this is Capellia here, or Capellius, whichever one it is. We also get another attack buff. So can I just say, our Abyss Blessings this Abyss have been like atrocious, useful, useless forever, whatever you want to say. But yeah, now obviously these guys can kill you, like they do pretty decent damage, but I mean, if you have a shield, you can literally face tank everything. Otherwise, you can dodge. I mean, their attack patterns are fairly predictable, so you can dodge pretty easily. So yeah, the problem isn't really staying alive. It's dealing with, I'm pretty sure they're both Anmo and Cryo weak unless you disable them, which obviously you need Fontaine characters for, which can be a bit annoying sometimes. Okay, our Jean's nearly there, but luckily we do get a lot of healing from her ult, so that's even more healing for our Farina buff. Now we should kill them in the second beam here, and yep, there we go, nice. So on to the second half now with the new boss. Now I literally don't know how this guy works, other than the fact that I need to do plunge attacks, because I don't have Overload, Geo, or a Claymore character. Actually, maybe I try beat this Abyss with Diluc. Maybe that'll be a video. So, okay, you know what? My Hu Tao's really feeling like Ja right now. Now, just the thing is, I want to make sure I don't die, but I have no promises about that, because I literally do not know this guy's attack patterns. I'm just jumping, hoping it dodges his attacks, and then we are just going for the best. I also don't know how long he stays disabled. We don't have much HP left, although I mean, with Hu Tao ult, we will be able to heal a decent amount. We can actually do the little combo here where you do the charge attack, jump cancel, and plunge. I mean, we did 84k there, which obviously is decent damage. And we're still alive, luckily. Although if... Okay, Yelan's plunges won't do the same thing. I mean, I guess we can go back to plunging on Hu Tao. Oh, I'm just realizing we could have plunged on Xingqiu instead of Hu Tao, and okay, we have to retry. So what I'll do is I'll skip the first half, you guys already saw that, and I'll get to me doing the second half. Okay, and here we are, third time's the charm. We died again on our second go through, so what I'm going to do this time instead is I'm going to get the damage reduction from Xingqiu, the healing from Diona to make sure our Hu Tao has a bit more HP, and then if needed, I can plunge on Xingqiu as well. But, you know, just on Hu Tao for the time being, we can afford to take a little bit of damage here, considering the fact that, you know, obviously Hu Tao likes being below 50% HP, and I think this should actually be a perfect HP amount for us, I believe, although I'm not too certain. Obviously we can do decent damage here, and then just make sure we don't die, and there we go, we're below 50% HP, and we can do our plunge attacks and our charge attacks. So there you go. We've done pretty decent there for ourselves. We did 100k on the ult. I actually don't think that's a crit. At least it shouldn't be. Again, Diona's healing into plunge attacks, and then saving my ult on my Xingqiu and Yelan. Still have the rain swords in case we get hit, and we should be able to clear this in this cycle. I think, at least should be able to. I probably didn't need to plunge attack there. I probably could have just done a regular reaction, but oh well, it is what it is. Now, once again, just, regular rotation. I think what actually would be smart was if I just waited, if I got my ults up and then the last hit, because Hu Tao's damage window is just ever so slightly for this boss. And oh wait, we can do low plunges. I don't know if low plunges or high plunges are faster, but I might as well just do high plunges. Now, since we are gonna clear this in time, I might as well just play it a little bit safer by making sure I have my healing and my rain swords. And then we should be able to clear it in this cycle. I mean, we're gonna clear it in this cycle. We can ult if we have to. And then plunge attack. Okay, that did no damage. Okay, 118k, and there we go. So yeah, definitely very much recommend running Neuvillette on the first half, especially if you have shielding, because he's just incredibly strong for it with all his sustain. And then Hu Tao is a very good single target clearer for the second half. Now, obviously, if you have Geo and like Chiori, Navia, whatever, obviously it's going to be really easy. But yeah, with these teams, we were able to do the job. So yeah, with that being said, let's just move on to the character builds. Okay, so when it comes to our character builds, our Neuvillette is on 40k HP because of Hydro Res, on 44 crit, which goes up to 80 with Marche, 217 crit damage, and a little bit of ER, which helps out since his weapon isn't R5. And yes, we do have him in prototype Amber, so it's an F2P build. And then he's on, the main stats you would expect for Marche, and obviously C0 with 1088 talents. Farina is on basically 40k HP, once again, 61 crit, 200 crit damage, 173 ER. On Fav, R5 for the extra energy. Golden Troop, as you would expect, with HP crit damage. And then C0 once again, and 2910 talents for max buffing. Now, just when it comes to our Jean, real quick, she's on 52 healing bonus and 206 ER, just so that she gets her ult when she needs to. And then Sac, VV, and level 7 ult. Then 57k HP in double Hydro on Zhongli, 54k on the other team. And yeah, just shield bot build. So standard. When it comes to our Hu Tao, 75 crit, 230 crit damage, 122 ER, 187 EM, and on Staff of Homa, which, pretty lucky to have. So not exactly an F2P build, but yeah, so just built with the main stats you would expect, once again. And C0, hence the jump cancels, and 10 talents. Our Yelan, 60 crit, 172 crit damage, basically 200 ER, Fav, Emblem, and C0 and 1610 talents, and Xingqiu on 50 crit, 118 crit damage, 220 ER, Fav as well, just for more particles, once again on Emblem, and C6 with 2911 talents, and then our Diona on basically 30k HP, a little bit of crit and ER for her ult, on Fav, not leveled up because I'm lazy, and then on 2-piece HP, just because I'm lazy, and then C6, which gives us a nice little EM buff. So yeah, that's it for the character builds, and that's basically it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next up, we'll have, more Spartacus videos, Acheron pulling video for Honkai Star Rail, as well as Pure Fiction and Memory of Chaos. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.